Dear students, in this lesson we're going to see how to factorize expressions by the method of grouping. So, factorizing by grouping. To use this method, we should have 4 or more terms where we're going to group those terms in 2s or 3s if need be, and find the common factor between those terms and then continue factorizing. Let's see a few examples. You'll understand much better. So, example number 1, factorize AC plus AD plus BC plus BD. As we can see, the first 2 terms have A common, the second 2 terms have B common. So, taking out A as a common factor in the first 2 terms, I'm left with A into C plus D. Taking out B as a common factor, I'm left with B bracket C plus D. So, we're using common factor here, it's very important. Now, let's notice, as I can see, we have C plus D, which is a common factor in these 2 terms. So, taking out C plus D now, I am left with A plus B. As you have seen now, we have factorized this expression into this expression, and that is our result. Let's see more examples. Example number 2, for example, factorize AC plus AD minus BC minus BD. I'm going to introduce the negative sign now. Again, as last time, we can notice that we have AC plus AD, which has something in common, and we have minus BC minus BD, which has something in common. First 2 terms, we have A common. Taking out A, we're left with C plus D. In the second set of terms, we have minus B as a common factor. Pay attention, minus B, that's C, dividing minus BD by minus B, I'm left with plus D. So, as we can see now, C plus D is the common factor. Please note that inside your brackets, you should always have the same expression. So, C plus D into A minus B. That is the second example. Let's work out further examples. So, example number 3. Factorize x cubed plus x squared plus x plus 1. Again, as usual, I'm going to group those into 2 different separate terms. I'm going to use x cubed plus x squared as the first set and x plus 1 as the second. I can notice that here I have x squared common. So x squared dividing by x squared, I get x plus 1 plus 1 into x plus 1. Now, x plus 1 is our common factor. Taking out x plus 1, I am left with x squared plus 1. Please note that here, when I factorized x plus 1, I took 1 as a common factor. It's important to write it down because otherwise you might forget to place it there. This method is very important because when we're going in our next lesson, we're going to factorize trinomials. We're going to be using this method in trinomials. So, let's find an example. Example 4, factorize x cubed plus x squared minus x minus 1. Slightly different, but we're going to see that it contains something important. So again, I'm going to factorize the first 2, x squared into x plus 1. The common factor between minus x and minus 1 is minus 1 into x plus 1. Make sure that your brackets are the same. So now the common factor is x plus 1 into x squared minus 1. X squared minus 1, as you can see, this time can be factorized because x squared minus 1 is a difference of two squares. Note that here x squared plus 1 could not be factorized because it's not a negative, it's not minus. So now I'm going to factorize x squared minus 1. So I have x plus 1 and x squared minus 1 factorizes to x plus 1, x minus 1. And that is our final result for that problem. Let's see some more examples. So, another example, factorize 6x squared plus 2x plus 9x plus 3. Okay, so now I'm going to have 6x squared plus 2x and 9x plus 3. So factorizing the first two terms, 2x is a common factor, into 3x plus 1 plus common factor of 3 into 3x plus 1. Again, notice that the brackets are equal. So I got 3x plus 1 into 2x plus 3. Let's see another example. Factorize 12x squared plus 6x minus 4x minus 2. Factorizing the first two terms, I get 6x as a common factor into 2x plus 1. Factorizing the next two terms, I get minus 2 as a common factor into 2x, again plus 1. So now it's 2x plus 1 into 6x minus 2. And that is our answer, our final answer. As you can see, if I add 6x and minus 4x, I get 2x. And this will be a trinomial, 12x squared plus 2x minus 2. Even this one, the first one. If I add 2x and 9x, I get 6x squared plus 11x plus 3. So when we're going to have a trinomial, we're going to change the trinomial into a term with 4 terms, into an expression with 4 terms, and then use grouping, because that is the simplest way out. Let's work another one, factorize. Last one, 15x squared minus 10x minus 6x plus 4. Again, I'm going to group the first two and the last two. Factorizing the first two, I get 5x into 3x minus 2. I'm going to take out minus 2 into 3x minus 2. Some of you might be asking me, if you were right in front of me, why did you take out minus 2 as a common factor and not plus 2? I did this because if I had took plus 2, the signs inside the bracket would have been exactly the opposite of the first bracket. And I want that my two brackets have the same expression in them. So that's why I took minus 2. And you should also do the same. So I have 3x minus 2 into 5x minus 2. And that is our final result. So this is factorization by grouping. Thanks for your attention.